Shalom to all my brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank you for tuning in with me. I just wanted to go over some pretty brief stuff that I think a lot of people I'm sure are probably already aware of, but it's kind of good to reiterate it for people who are kind of by the wayside and kind of don't really believe or know as to the things that are about to transpire. And so for my brothers and sisters that are out there, first and foremost, I pray for you. I pray for all of you. I pray that that you guys would find strength and wisdom in these times. With the inauguration coming up on Wednesday, I think it's imperative that everybody makes provisions to start preparing to get water in their home and food in their home. I mean, this stuff, people have been talking about for a few months now. And I'm a little, behind on telling you guys, but, we have been preparing, for quite some time. I think it's a trickle effect. I think that, FEMA has been stockpiling, ammunition and goods for years now. Whereas the average American has probably, net $500 in a bank account, and not much to live off of or to be able to stock up with. So do what you can. Nobody's saying that you need to go overboard and have a doomsday bunker and all that stuff. I mean, although, things like that probably would be good to have. But, I know that a lot of people aren't in that, predicament to be able to do so. That being said, with this inauguration coming up, we don't even know which way, what's really going to happen, whether, Joe Biden's actually going to get in office or something's going to happen where, Trump remains in office. But what I do know, kind of being impartial and not on either side, not really caring either way, I think that, we need to prepare ourselves for rioting, looting, things of that nature. I mean, when 20,000 troops are being called out to inauguration, that kind of serves a point that's being made that something's going to transpire, or they're anticipating some sort of revolt, whether it goes to the left or the right side. But I will say that just in this week alone, more people have applied and or purchased firearms just in this last week than in the last year. In the last year, in 1 week. So if that's not speaking volumes to you people, then I really suggest that you get out of watching your CNN and your Fox News and your CNBC and CBS, and really start doing some research. And I don't mean go to your Google and type in, this, and this, because Google's very biased as well. Bing is very biased as well. When I mean do research, I mean do research. Dig deep. Look at some statistics. Get out of the, I've unsubscribed to the world as far as, what the world thinks that I should be doing, what I should be doing. I've unsubscribed to it as far as this whole COVID hoax going on. It's pretty sickening when you can walk into a mall that was once flourishing to see 9 or 10 people in a whole entire mall. It actually brought tears to my eyes. Like, people are crazy. They do no research. What's being talked about on the news is, that's it. COVID's real. We got to duck, dodge, and hide. And it's sick. It's sickening. That we're living this type of life right now because of a few people who, take this scamdemic and run with it. But like I said, people, it's time to gird up. It's time to gird up. It's time to prepare. It's time to get your family affairs in order. That's what, the NCOs or the officers or the lieutenants or the captains of whatever battalion or platoon that's getting ready to go to war. The first thing they say is, get your family affairs in order. Get your affairs in order. And now is the time to start to prepare to get your affairs in order. Stop worrying about, your favorite TV show. I mean, I know that a lot of these TV shows are here to, distract you from what's going on around you. But I feel like, and this isn't fear mongering people. Like I'm not using fear tactics. I mean, I hope that you guys can see that I'm merely just talking about getting yourselves together in preparation for the things that are to come. Because they don't play fair. And these presidents and these senates, these senators and your governors and your mayors, they're not for you. There is a society of people that those people belong to that don't associate themselves with people of the average nature, me and you. All right, so you need to understand that even your news anchor is reading a script that was handed down to them that's very biased, whether it's towards the Democrats or towards the Republicans, but it's biased for you to have a one-track mind. And for you not to do your own research, where people are sitting here saying that, oh well, it's my favorite news center, so it's got to be true, right? And so with that notion, I feel like it's imperative, because the return of Christ is imminent at this point. And with that being said, I mean, when I said earlier to gird up, I mean, like, put on the full body armor of the Most High. And you need to, because you need to be able to withstand these days that are ahead. Walking this walk with Christ isn't a race, it's a marathon. It's about endurance, it's about perseverance. It's about withstanding turmoil and tumultuous times. And folks, we are heading for some pretty scary times. It's very, very important to arm yourselves. To have some sort of defense. To have some sort of plan in effect that you're able to protect your family, when the doors are getting knocked on, because that folks, that's coming. You understand? That is coming. There are going to be people that are going to be knocking at your doors, and they're not going to have, they're not going to be there for cupcakes. It's not going to be a welcoming package. They're going to be there to take what's yours. And if you're not willing to defend your castle, you're no longer the king there. And these people are going to be raping and pillaging and stealing and murdering. And yes, folks, like you see in some of these movies, those movies are teaching you and showing you subliminal messages, of things that are yet to come. I know that, I like to teach about love. I like to teach about self-defense. I love to teach about, this whole COVID pandemic thing. And, I like to talk about a lot of different avenues, a lot of different facets. And the reason being is because I feel like it's imperative for people to have more than a one-track mind, especially in these days of uncertainty. Because right now what we're in is a psychological war. They play with your emotions. They play with the way that you think. They program you to think a certain way. Oh, get the orange man out of office because he's done nothing to help the country. Everybody, let's vote Biden in. Right? When they don't realize that Biden is one cupcake short of a muffin. I mean, the guy is pretty much incapacitated mentally. And so just that, I mean, we see it, and he's not going to be the one that's running the country. Folks, he's just not. It's the societies that promote the Democrats that are going to be running the country. The elites that promote the Democrats that are going to be running the country. Joe's not going to have any say in the things that are going to happen. You're going to have Nancy Pelosi. You're going to have Hillary Clinton jumping back in office. You're going to have Barack Obama, who's clearly married to a man. and has said on, a couple of his little speeches where America is no longer a Christian country. Like, what? Says who? Says who? But in retrospect, he's kind of correct. They was taking the Bible out of schools. They were taking prayers, out of Congress. Congress used to pray before they used to go into meetings. And that doesn't happen anymore. You know, what doesn't fit the bill doesn't fit the bill. You know, and so folks, like I said, it's just time to guard up, get yourselves together, prepare. Get yourself a gun, man. Get yourself a gun. Learn how to build snares, learn how to build traps. Get your survival bags together, get your gold bags together. Life straws, folks. Get life straws. When the water runs out, you're gonna wish you had one. Get life straws. Get water purifying tablets. You can get it for what, $10 at Walmart. That help purify a couple gallons of water. Get a couple nice handy pocket knives. Get yourself a compass. Listen, folks, when the lights go out and you can't use your phone anymore, you're gonna wish you knew how to read coordinates. Get a compass. Get a fire starter. Get some medical supplies. Such as Band-Aids, burn ointment, and tick repellent, mosquito repellents, Bacitracin, Neosporin, some sort of ointments, for vitamins. Get some elderberry. Get things that are going to be, important down the line. Get non-perishable items, ramen noodles. They're dirt cheap. Buy them in bulk. You don't need to use the salt packets, but just have noodles. You boil some water, you make some noodles. There you go. Buy yourself a whole non-perishable item as far as cans are concerned. Canned goods, canned corn, peas, beans, things of that nature. But folks, get ready, prepare. This is your brother Dawada Benjamite. I'm signing off. Shalom.